In this video, we're going to talk you through the basic setup and programming of your tubular motor and how to connect it to either a single channel or multi-channel remote, allowing you full control over your motorized window treatment from wherever you are in the room. To get started, there are two types of remote controls that sync with your tubular motor: a single channel remote and a multi-channel remote. A single channel remote is used where there is a single motor you'd like to control in an area, whereas a multi-channel remote is used where there is more than one motor you'd like to control. To navigate the channels on your multi-channel remote, scroll through using the left and right directional buttons. Channels range from 1 to 15 and appear on the remote's display. There is a channel 0, though we'll cover that function later in the video. To first pair your multi-channel remote control to a motor, ensure you have selected the correct channel before you begin programming each blind. A handy tip is to start connecting to an individual motor one by one, clockwise around the room, starting at number 1 and going up to number 15. To start the pairing process, locate, press, and hold the button found on the motor head. Allow the blind to respond with a jog. When you now release the button, you'll hear a beep. Then, press and hold the stop button on the face of the remote control. Allow the blind to respond with 2 jogs, then release the button and you'll hear 3 beeps. This indicates that your motor has paired to the remote control and is now in the limit setting mode. Next, ensure your blind's fabric is running in the correct direction. Check by briefly pressing and releasing the down button. If you find it's running in the wrong direction, hold the up and down button together and the blind will respond with a jog. Now, release the buttons. Your fabric should be running in the correct direction. You'll notice that when pressing up or down on your remote, the motor and blinds will be moving up or down in small increments. Don't worry, this is due to its current status in jog mode as your motor prepares to register your preferred blind limits. To take your motor out of jog mode, hold a directional button down until the motor starts to move at a normal speed. As soon as you press the stop button, the motor will return to jog mode. It's now time to set your top limit position. This is the process of identifying the point where your blind is completely open. Start by moving your blind up to where you'd like to set your top limit position. Then press and hold the stop and up button together and allow the blind to respond. It's important not to engage the up button before the stop button, as this can cause the blind to overrun. Once you're satisfied with where you've set your top limit, you can now move the blind down to where you'd like to set your bottom limit. Remember to take the motor out of jog mode once again until you are close to where you'd like to set the bottom limit. The bottom limit position is the point where your blind is completely closed. To set your bottom limit, press and hold the stop and down buttons together and allow the blind to respond. You've now successfully set up your tubular motor. The motor is now out of setting mode and will move upward and downward at a normal speed. Repeat these steps on additional channels if you have more than one blind to set up. As mentioned previously in the video, on your multi-channel remote, you will see that there is a 0 channel. The 0 channel's function is to control all paired blinds simultaneously, handy for opening up all blinds in a space at the push of a button. It's recommended that you lock your remote once you've set up all your blinds. This way, your top or bottom limits cannot be accidentally deprogrammed on your multi-channel remote. To lock your remote, just press the stop button until an L appears on the display. The locking process is slightly different for a single channel remote. You'll need to hold the stop button and follow the blue light indicator. The light will flicker on briefly, then disappear again. It will then flash once and disappear for around 20 seconds. After this pause, it'll then show a solid light. Just like that, your single channel remote is now locked. For more information on our range of motorised blinds, head to abcblinds.com.au or get in touch with our team on 13 13 15.